Hello, everybody. Welcome. Roses like a dancing. Okay. So that was sunshine. So good to see you. Good to see you. I guess you were you're in America now. Is that right? Okay. So wow, guys, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Isn't it? So strange. Uh wow. Okay. And right, the world, guys, the world, what's going on with the world? So I did have, beginning of the week, I had this visions about all this stuff that could happen. And so we're gonna look into that. Uh, so it's just like had so many little articles today. Let's see. It's just I feel like there's so much to go. Do you feel like everything is so speeding up and sped up, right? It feels like so much, so much. Oh, hold on. So what else? What else? Let's see. That's the most interesting. There's so much. I feel like I gather all the things and I'm like, what do we talk about? Let's see. Hello. Hello, Francie. Good to see you. So let's see here. Okay, I'd like to ask for protection before you have light. Comes up my head as I breathe in paralyzed black light circles. Okay, all right. So I honestly don't know. Should I make it public? I don't know, do you? Let's see. Let's see. So I honestly, like I said, I don't even know where to start. It's so much, there's so much happening. Oh, is that right? Is that 60s? Oh, that's right. I thought I saw this like these earrings. And I was like, they're kind of funny, they're like fun for something like this. Nope, fell. The top fell. I have to close it off. Hello, hello, Marjorie. All right. All right. So let's see so I just want to first I'm gonna bring your attention to this. Hold on. So there's controversy about so this is something I found on Twitter. Hmm. It's not technically, it's like a woman who said that she redacted information or something, and then she anyway, so we know that Trump's campaign was hacked, I guess. And then and this is the dossier on so this is from the campaign's own research. So we know that politicians, when you run for office, that is what, right, they create. So this is the research dossier on him. So this is like just to tell you, and I sent a link here for Patreon supporters. So it's really, really long, and it just has a lot to do with like all the things he said against, they know all the things he said against Trump. Like how long, look at this, it's like how long it is. So, and this is also a really good, like, how do you say it? Like something like it's a guidebook for Democrats to attack him also, right? So it's like everything that he has said, look. And what I thought was interesting here on page 11, Vance has been one of the chief obstructionists to US efforts to providing assistance to Ukraine. So it's just like, wow. Vance is opposed to providing child care assistance to low-income Americans. So it's really Vance pushed Trump to nominate Kavanaugh. Like this is everything. It's kind of amazing, right? Look at this. It's so long. Okay, so I'm gonna stop share just to show you. So so this is relevant because somebody on Twitter wanted to share this, something or email. So I don't remember exactly honestly what it was. And this person was banned by Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is all about free speech, right? In other words, technically, he should have said, he should have been like, oh, free speech, everybody could say whatever they want. But if it's something he perceives to be negative to his interest, of course not. It's not how it works. So free speech means whatever the translation of that term in practice is. Whatever Elon Musk considers to align with his interests. That's essentially the meaning of free speech, according to him. So, so anyway, so then I also like, hold on a sec. Okay. Wow, yeah. So start anyway. I go first, that's right. So okay. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please press like, subscribe, and so it's so funny because people who don't know me are like, oh, girl, you should be ready by the time you start your video. I should do this actually. This is like a half makeup channel, right? Kind of a makeup channel, don't you think? Anyway, so this is it. Then now let me show you the Elon Musk, how he kicked somebody out. I think I linked here. Did I? No, it's okay. That's right. So he basically just, but we have already talked about it, right? So that's that part. Now, um, it's like, okay, so guys, by the way, do you want to know? Do you want to see it where it is? Okay, this probably be fun for you. So when people ask me if I'm in a train, let me show you. Do you want to see it? Because that will explain, right? So look where it is. Okay. I'm almost the only person left in the building and this floor. Okay. But so I'll show you where I am. Okay. So it's called the phone booth. Okay, hold on. Can you see it? So can you see it? You see where it is? It's called a phone booth. Oh, wait, hold on. So you book it. At this time, there's not, like, during the day, it's kind of competitive. It's kind of hard. You have to book it on like an online scheduling thing. So let's see. Let's go. So you can see here. You see, like, this is how it looks like closed. And that's the one that's open. That's where I am. Okay, it's cute. Like, it'd be really nice to have it like in your house if you work from home to have one of those. So anyway, so that's the story. That's where I am. So okay. All right. Oh well, hello. So let's see. I was wondering about you. So anyway, so that was a tour of the phone. That's a phone booth, basically. It's not a train. Like, because guys, I love train travels, but can you imagine the noise of trains? Like, remember how loud it is to be, even if it's like not in the city or countryside, it's pretty loud. So if I were in a train, it'll be pretty loud, right? So anyway, so that's that. That was that. Now, where do we go? Okay. Oh, hello, Jessar. Hello, my. Okay, all right. So, and this is not an advertisement for WeWork, but if you ever go to WeWork, I think all of the locations have phone booths. I have a monthly membership, so I think you can book it by the day. Okay. And you have, I don't know if you can book it a phone booth. If you, I don't really honestly, I don't know if you have the right to book a phone booth if you just come for the day, but I think you probably do. I don't remember. Okay, so I had a I'm not I am a fan of WeWork, guys, by the way, even though there's all these documentaries that say bad things about it. I like it. So anyway, so that was the story. Now Elon Musk bans the, remember how like Trump was like, Russia, if you're listening, remember when they hacked the campaign of Hillary? But the standards are different, right? So 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 that's it. So and then by the way, do you want to see, since I realize it is half me Puerto Rican makeup channel. So this is like, it's really bad. It's like, you know, it's like the very low end version of a makeup channel. So what I do, guys, I buy these empty palettes and I put the lip colors in it because I like a very specific color. And I mean, I guess that I use some lipstick, it's true. I have some, but I prefer kind of mixing on the fly. You hear all the time, huh? Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, it's loud, right? Trains are loud, even if you're in or out. Oh, then, oh. So, so that's that. What else, guys? I feel like, okay, I have so much news. I know the Patreon people have links to all of the. So I just want to share, this is, I'm going to bring this up because I want to know. I don't know that I don't really think, honestly, that they really are going to go ahead with this. That we are going to see, actually, it's not true because look at all the women dying. Look at all the women dying with complications related to abortions. Okay, so that is a fact that they are, because I was going to say, I don't think that they're going to succeed, in their like plans or whatever. But if you look at how the harm they have already created, it's not true, in fact. Okay. Oh, and as I say this to you guys, I'm getting like spirit information confirmation saying something like, yes, but remember, guys, I never forgot. If you look at the astrology, as you know, I am not an astrologer at all. But one of the things the astrologer I was listening to said is that Pluto got into Capricorn in 2008, 2009, and we saw the financial crisis. And she said something like that this is like all about, and then what we're seeing now with Trump, it's like I think it was retrograde Pluto, Trump coming to power and all of that. And we're seeing kind of like they're push they're really hard. This is what's crazy, right? They're pushing so hard to harm. I think this is really has nothing to do, my personal opinion, has nothing to do with abortion or anything like that. It's just about harming women and silencing women and punishing women, really. And it's like, look at how creepy, like this is, I don't understand where they get these ideas. How there's apps, Peter Thiel invests in the apps about like your period, tracking your period. It's kind of, don't you think it's extremely strange? So it's so creepy. It's surveillance, right? Like, are you pregnant? Why it's almost like I just want to know, and I'm gonna do protection, like just protection. Okay. Now I kind of, if the world I think they wanted to create, that's just my sense, is one where they can force women to become pregnant. I'm serious. Where we're just reduced to being like carrying babies, right? So tell me, is there yes? Because if women are pregnant, then they're not if women are used as bodies wow. And I even say, I'm not kidding. You know how ancient Greece, it was very common to have like gay relationships, but I see that as like a lot of them are like they want the women to be busy with babies, constantly pregnant. So, and then they would have sex with men also because Peter Thiel, right? I'm not saying, you know what I mean? like I just think they have this vision of really keeping women busy with having children so that right and say having white children. And I see that they have like want to have like quote unquote a selection of the genes that they believe are the right genes, right? It's like really saying they're crazy creepy Nazis. So so but my question is this going to happen? Because that's what they want. No, I see they're going to be ripped. But it's saying eventually more will be revealed about it, and there will be laws against like using this in politics and stuff like that. Okay. So, but can you believe it? Like how they're real creeps. They're real creeps. Like, right? Like that's just kind of weird, right? Like it's right. So that was the agenda. That is the agenda that they want to harm. And I see, guys, Peter Thiel, I know I pay attention to him a lot, really. And he wrote an article, I think it was 2000. I don't know if it was 2004. I don't know when exactly it was written, but it said something to the effect that yes, women and minorities are going to be against our agenda, like something to that effect. So, and I think, guys, the thing about that I've learned about Peter Thiel is that he means what he says and he executes on it. So, so they really like they really want it's not just like I think it's more than ideology, it's about power, essentially. They know that women and minorities are against because it's saying to them they don't want democracy. They want them they them and their friends, if they got what they wanted, they want them to have complete power. And by that it means ignoring us and silencing us, right? So so basically, and I said, and I got also that they hate women also. They hate women also. Like they want, honestly, I think they hate, it's not, I say they have a jealousy of women because women are fertile, but ultimately it's based off of hating women. Okay. Wanting to control women and hating women. So that's their agenda. Control. That's why they want to know the period days or something like that, because it's about controlling your period control. That's what it is, and punishment then. Guys, have you seen videos? There's some videos of JD Vance where he is talking about, he uses the word punishment, and it's so creepy. Like, why would you? But it's like that. It's like, oh no, yes, that we should punish those women. And it's like he wants to punish women who seek abortions. So, like, think about it, how truly tragic this story is. So this is it. So now, okay, having said that, I have a question about, now let's go back to Elon Musk because I was remembering the dossier that I showed already about JD Vance now and Elon Musk censoring the person who wanted to share something about JD Vance. Mike, and also, so then recently Elon Musk said that he was going, starting in December, thank God at least it's after the elections, he's going to ban the block button. So you'll be forced to see things you don't want to see. And right, so when you obviously we know that when you block somebody, like they are not right, they can see your content. And so then he can, because I think the agenda they have is to force the population to consume uh the content that they want us to see. And that is almost always 100% racist, fascist, and lying. Okay. But it's like, okay, Francis saying Trump said that women should be punished 2016. But guys, isn't he supposedly he's like the king of abortions, right? He got the women. It's like the other thing is like it's like unprotected sex with Trump. Isn't it weird? For someone who supposedly like hates germs, like insisting on unprotected sex is kind of strange, right? Let's just think. Right track, only the one. Guys, okay, I had this sometimes I like trolling. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna have a I think we should have a new rule where the size of your penis should be on your driver's license. So we know who we're talking to. When you go out there, have a big mouth. Let's see how big you are down there. Okay. Because You know what I mean? Like imagine if we decided to do with them, we're gonna have a dick police. Okay. We're gonna see who, when was the last time you had sex with who, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if we created the world, a version of the world, like if they we wanted to control, like imagine how you'd be considered very extreme, right? Like, oh, have you report to the dick police? You know what I mean? It's kind of strange, right? It's like, who did you like? You know what I mean? Don't you think? It's so strange. It's so strange, right? Like, it's so like, imagine thinking that, oh, I want to know when was it? It's such a personal thing. I don't know, my friends. Like, when did you have your period? It's strange, right? Like, what is that? I don't even know. I don't ask. I don't my friends. It's kind of strange, right? Like, what? So, okay. So, oh, and I see this, guys. It's saying that there are a lot of the voters for Trump are the ones that women reject on dating websites. So they're like, you know what? If we know that about them, they don't have the right to reject us on dating on Tinder or whatever. So, so that's it. Now, okay, so that was this. So that's it. That's it for now. Talked about JD Vance. So actually, let me see what's going on with JD Vance and Trump. I I see. I told you guys they're going to get this month. They're going to get more crazy, especially JD Vance. The aggression. You pick up, like, I pick up the aggression that he has underneath. It's so creepy. He's a creep. He's a real creep. So so it's gonna explode as they realize they're losing and the efforts are not working. Okay, that's right. Cat is so funny. See, I wouldn't want to be the dick length verification officer at the DMV. Or you know what, the height. Because you know how men on dating websites they lie. They should go to prison. They're gonna go to prison. Imagine. If you lie, this is a dating website. Did you lie about your height and your age? Oh, we're gonna go to prison or something. And it will be a felony to lie about your dating, your matter. Because imagine if there was a rule. It imagine if there was a rule that said, it's a felony if you lie about being married on a dating website. The prisons will be filled all over the country. Don't you think? If it was a crime, men lying about being married on dating websites, felony. Or so, because if we went to the extremes they go through to with us, right? Like, so they lie about the height and age and marital status on a dating website. So anyway, anyway, so okay. So okay. Now, all right. So this is that's right. So I just see this guy losing, sinking, JD Vance sinking as time goes on. Now let's go back to Jack Smith. There's so much, a lot of I don't say it's not small news, but it's a lot of news. A lot. Okay, so Trump. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Somebody is a little. Jack Smith files evidence under seal against Trump in January 6th case. So the whole story, we know that there's two types of filings related to this. There's one that is under seal, right? That is has national security, all the details, and the other. So he wants to create a different. I believe that they're in the process of redacting things so that we could see. Guys, remember the way Mueller report where it was so hopeful, and then remember Barr came along and blocked it. Isn't it terrible? Like, he came along and he blocked everything. What a horrible person, right? What a horrible situation that the truth about the Mueller report he blocked, right? So, and I see Jack Smith he really does not want that to happen. I'm getting okay. So, all right. So let's see. Okay, U.S. District Court Judge Tanya Chutkin will decide whether or not to publicly release the brief containing previously unseen evidence or a redacted version of it. And it's possible this could occur before November's presidential election. So, and he's saying here, the Supreme Court left it for Chutkan to determine whether Trump's alleged conduct in this was protected under presidential immunity. And so okay, so first of all, what I talked about what was going to be in it. So what is she going to decide? Oh, you see, like, guys, this whole, by the way, this is from Wet and Wild. It's very cheap, this thing. It's a good little. So welcome to Rosie's Makeup and Psychic channel. Really, it is right at makeup channel because I end up doing makeup while it is. Okay, so okay. Oh, this is a good idea. Guys, I can never contour my nose. I don't know. I find it, I get, I just get, of course I wear glasses, so it's not something I could like, so, oh, it's good, right? Oh, that I can wear credibly because the nose also is oily and like complicated. So I don't know how to do it. That's okay. So, okay, so then let's go. No, she's going to, of course, she's saying she wants it to be made public. And I see that sometimes she's going to redact the names. So, for example, Congress meant X, Y, and Z on the day X. So it's saying that it's going to be pretty obvious who the person is in some cases. And in other cases, like, no, that's right. So, and it's saying details about the documents. Like, for example, if it's about Iran or something like that, like, I don't think we're going to know, but it's saying the content of the documents is not, but guys, we don't care, right? I don't need to know the details that are in the documents. I want to know what he did and and it's saying that he may have shopped around the documents and it's saying, I want to see the Supreme Court do that. So, oh, oh no, it's covered. He has a right. He needs to make a living. No. So yes, she's going to definitely share a lot of information. Wow. Okay. Okay. Because get out to vote because Trump will win, really. And by the way, how's oh, guys, speaking of Steve Bannon. Wow. Okay, let me just gather my thoughts here. So let's go back to, because it is important. I think with Jack Smith. So Jack Smith, that's right. So it is going to, yes, she's going to say, and I see next week, guys, next week, I think, right? It's gonna come out. Yes. Yes, no, no, it's gonna be okay. I think so, yes. Oh, that's right. Is that right? So empty. So that's right, guys. Now Marjorie is fighting with the Republicans. Is she? So that's a good. So Tammy has a question. What's up with MTG saying that the Republicans don't deserve to win? Okay. All right. Delphi, I haven't seen your name before. I'm gonna delete your comment, okay, because it's a little confusing. Somebody mentioned something that like a far right thing somebody had said, but a lot of it's I would consider everything coming from them to be disinformation, so I'm not gonna repeat it, okay? All right. So, okay, so let's see. Oh, so what I'm understanding here, that the reason why she made the comment, or the context of the comment, is that it has everything to do with Trump, that she's very much a pro-Trump person, and she wants the MAGA people to be like, the hardcore ideology to be like adopted at scale. So I'm getting that she's saying that because she wants it to be more radical. That's what it is. She's all about, right? Just like she's very far right in that way. So that's the reason. Okay. So, all right, let's continue. So tell me more. That's right. So what is I see that it's going to be really, really damaging for Trump, the revelations on the Jack Smith report. And I see it's the most damaging yet for him, really. That not only, but I see that not only do they have like they have the evidence, right? But it's saying what he's, oh, this is not the document. Guys, see, I'm confused with documents case, right? It's a January 6th. So this is right. So I don't know why I said it, but it's just evidence of his participation. Okay, I had said the thing about the documents, maybe in another case, but wow. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so it's going to be very damaging. Why is it damaging? Because it shows that it has something to do with money, how he took the money, and it's like he needs to continue to raise money. So he wants to stay in power, right? Because he wants to stay out of prison and steal. Okay. All right. Okay. So now I haven't covered, I only covered this at the very beginning when the woman who was supposed to be his girlfriend got indicted or arrested. I forgot which one it was. So this is the mayor of New York, right? So this is the mayor of New York. New York City Mayor Adams pleads not guilty to federal corruption charges. So it was interesting, right? To say the least. This whole story of him. And there was a lot of detail, as we know, about what happened. And it has basically to do, so it has to do with Turkey, the country, and how they gave him all kinds of trips and all kinds of, like, it's basic corruption, right? And then there was a part of the indictment where where the one of his assistant, somebody from his staff called the Turkish Airlines to make his reservation. And they're like, so how much should we charge you for? And the person was like, $0 or $50. She's like, you know what? Actually, it should be a real number because a lot of people are looking at him, so it has to look real. This conversation was captured. So that goes to show, and so he did something as far as trying to force the fire department to approve a building that was owned by a Turkish person, like a skyscraper somewhere here in the city. And guys, here, I know from my building, whenever you fix the smallest things, you need to have a permission from the department. But it's complicated, but it's also because it's a big city and everything gets to be safe. So he threatened the head of the police, I'm sorry, the head of fire department, to fire him if he didn't do what he wanted, to basically give permission without inspection, or they had failed up the inspection, something like that, which just happens a lot. So so but the thing I wanted to talk about, the reason why, like, Adams is interesting is because, guys, I have to say I wasn't, and I know some people said, oh, Maya Wiley, but Maya Wiley, unfortunately, she is associated with the other mayor, de Blasio, that was very unpopular, and she's very much on the progressive far left. That is not the core. It's basically, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make it a vulgar thing, but it's basically the hipsters from Brooklyn. Okay. Uh, that's usually the far left here in New York. It's not the, like, African American base. It's not Letitia James. Okay. So she got with those people, and I think that created, it wasn't like they don't know how to campaign with the regular Democrats, right? It's like the hipster from Brooklyn crowd, so that's why she wasn't elected. But I think Now, the interesting thing is that he, guys, he got a lot of money from crypto, which is always very shady. Okay, and so and there was a lot of Republicans who wanted us to elect him. And I have to say, like I said, I wasn't against him necessarily. I just wanted to us to elect somebody who was not. I hated Andrew Yang, to be honest, because I thought he is another Republican plan. But it turns out that uh Adams is quite bad as also. So tell me what's going on. That's right. He's going to. That's right. Yeah, but it's showing me a period of transition because guys over here, I could so honestly, even the Democrats, like I'm not like I'm very much a Democrat, but like they approve things like gambling. They legalize gambling, like casinos or something. And then like I said, I hate cryptocurrency. It's such a scam. People like regular people get hurt because they believe the promises of like, those cryptocurrency things. So that industry, then it's also the what's the other one? Oh, the real estate. Like look Trump, right? People like Trump. So it's like these little mafias, they end up like buying politicians, even Democrats. So what I saw here is that gradually we start cleaning up this level of corruption. But it's not right. It's not completely. Then they say laws have changed. Citizens United has to change, right? So that's right. Oh, Senator Bob was also tied to Turkey. I thought he was Egypt, right? So okay, all right, all right, okay. So let's continue. Wow, all right, okay. So that's it. No, it's saying that, and it's saying that the good news is that then the feds are going to be forced to investigate these donors because one of the other things they did was this straw donor thing, the fake donor. Guys, another thing that was very serious in the indictment was that I didn't know not know this, but when a local person, there was a law here in New York City that they do matching donations program. So if you're a small person, a small donor who donates to the campaign has the right to then ask for the like a certain amount back, more money from the city. They got $10 million from what the government what the prosecutors said was straw donors, fake donors. Can you imagine? So it's saying that this is a gateway into investigating the groups that donated. So it's saying that it's going to cascade into something. Okay. Okay. So right. So I think it's saying it's all good. It's all good in the end, right? Interesting, right? Yeah, so anyway, so that's why I know I like Maya Wiley. It's just that really she was so guys who she was with. I have to say, the one from Sex and the City. The one who's a politician, a quote unquote politician, even though she's never worked in politics. She went away. She ran for governor of New York. That's her. So it's not, it's like that woman. It's just that again, De Blasio. She worked for De Blasio. Maya Wiley did. So De Blasio is just not like okay. So it's just okay. All right. So let's move on here to something else. Okay. Um, So I want to ask about this, guys. By the way, it's something as occurred to me that I always remember to think of specific things that I should talk about, and then I forget. So I want to talk about one thing that Kamala Harris said recently, which I thought was great, and of course talk about Manchin. So Kamala Harris said that supports ending the filibuster just to vote for Roe versus like to legalize abortion all over the country, something like that. And then Joe Manchin was like, "Oh, I don't agree. No, I don't agree at all." He said, "No, no, no." He was complaining about it, right? At the end of the day, think about what a horrible person. Like he's okay with everything that's going on. Joe Manchin is the garbage that he is. Oh, no, but I don't agree. I don't think the country, right? So, and one astrologer I was listening to, she says something like, but look at Kristen's. she said she compared like how bad it was, the signs of the bad whatever transit. It was like, then we got Kristen Cinema and oh my God, what's his name? I think I mentioned. This is a horrible. It's saying that's right. Those people like the so so the question is, I'm showing you here this news about Texas, but I have first this question: is Kamala once just say once she's elected, is she going to? Yes, she's going to very much stand up. And it's saying different from a lot of men. She doesn't care. She's like, she's not doing it to be popular. You know how like I get okay, again, it's funny, I don't want to trash Democrats today, but I'm remembering Schumer. I get this vibe from Schumer sometimes that he cares too much about being like popular or like whatever. I don't want, I like that the vibe for that I get from her is very different. She's like, we're gonna get this done. If you don't like it, it's your problem. You deal with it. It's not my problem. I'm not here to, I'm not here to do what you like, you know. So so that's cool, right? So yes, she's going to do it, and there will be pushback, there'll be criticism, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's like reality, right? Or like and the other thing, guys, if you think about it, those conservative states, I've never seen, I guess there are some women who are like, I'm the head of the pro-life movement or whatever, but it's always men. It's always men. So here we are. And we have all these stories. Guys, I was listening to this story about this woman. I think she's from South Carolina. She got pregnant and then she was really young, and then the next thing you know, she's bleeding. She goes to the hospital and she has a miscarriage. And then months later, she's asked to go to the police. She goes to the police. She's arrested for murder, something like that. It's like, why? Because the child had a heart, it was something like that. It's like, wow. It wasn't, her body expelled the child. Like she had a miscarriage and she's being charged. This is what we're dealing with right now. And of course, she's African American, right? Because what a coincidence. But this, right, they do that to African American women, right? It's kind of like, wow, it's so interesting, right? Right? It's like, so anyway, so can you imagine? Like, that's what you had to deal with. So, so anyway, this is the guy. So extremely corrupt, this man is, okay? As death rates registered, Texas asks Supreme Court to let it keep denying care to pregnant women. For effort to prevent doctors from providing emergency care and this is what happens. Imagine even if, guys, I don't know, any kind of like reproductive issue. Doctors are afraid to treat you because they could go to prison for it. Like, think about it. It's decriminalizing women's health. That's what's happening, right? So this is like the creeps, they're doing this. So what, guys, this guy, like what, and all those people, what is going to happen to this? I mean, I'm sure, and honestly, I think it's very possible that some court, because considering what's going on right now, that they're going to approve something like this. So what's happening in this case here? I see that, no, okay, so I see that it could be taken up by Supreme Court. But I see that one of the things that Kamala is going to do, she's going to change the Supreme Court. She's going to investigate them and their money. And she's going to have a, what you call it, like not a hearing or like a special prosecutor, something where she's like, we're going to investigate the Supreme Court. It's time. It's time. The American people needs to know the truth, what's going on. So even if they win, it's going to be temporary. And I see Kavanaugh and Amy very nervous because it's saying they know that's what they went to. That's what they were elected, picked by Trump for. But I see that this guy is gonna go through trouble. He's gonna go through some things, and the other ones as well. So can you imagine really the story? Oh, it's like he would have. Tammy said exactly here. Manchin. Oh, he was not. No, I'm not going to endorse her for that. Wow, what a great guy. And guys, I never remember this. Just when Kamala was announced as the candidate, Manchin was like, wait, but we need to open. Was it? We need to open primaries because I want to throw my head in. Oh, I do. And he's the guy. Remember? Oh, he's an independent now. Oh, yes. Someone's like, you know what? Mention you actually have to be a Democrat. Did you know that? Yeah, you have to be a Democrat. So, okay. So, all right. So that's it. Just okay. Now, so by the way, Hurricane Helene, guys. By the way, I got a message from Jada and Lars saying that. Let's see. She's saying we are under the gun here in the South. Non-stop rain since Wednesday. Now we have 60-mile-an-hour long wind gusts from the hurricane. Power outages for millions. Keep us in your prayers. Very serious situation, flooding everywhere. I am safe from the flooding, but so many are not. Okay, so that's her message. So tell me, I'll send her energy here. So yeah, and I see, guys, that these states that are going through this, a lot of them have Republican politicians, right? And they're not doing anything about it. I have a question. Will these states ever learn? Will they ever get with the program? Right? The red states. It's saying but it shows me 20, 30 years down the line where it's sad that it would take that long, but it's saying where it's illegal to take the whole thing with campaign money, Citizens United will be gone. And then it's like it's something like they make it illegal to lie about like create false advertisements. So that is a kind of thing. That is a kind of thing that will impact. But it's saying eventually down the line when there's many reasons for it. Okay. So that's what it is. So that's right. We have to go to, I see that, and I see again, Kamala, the good great thing about her, right? She doesn't care. She's like, oh, my friend, no, she's not the, she know, and this is the beauty of it. She knows how people don't want her around, those types of people, right? She's not eluded. She's not like, oh, I want to be one of them, or she's not like some people, right? Like who think, oh, I am like actually one. Wait, what the hell am I doing? Weird. Okay. See, that's why I'm telling you, I don't know how to do nose contour. I really don't. That's why I don't have to stay away. Sometimes I try. Okay. So anyway, going back here, Kamala. Yeah, that's right. So she does it. She changes because she knows what's wrong. And like, oh, and there's all these op-ed and New York Times, but she should think of, she should be about unity. Yeah, unity. Uh, and while people are saying unity, look at all the women dying from the abortion issue, right? That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Okay. All right. So, wow. Right. Now, then we're going to talk about other, this is kind of heavier stuff too, about the like Lebanon, Israel, and something Russia. Now let's see, guys. I cannot, by the way, I think I'm going to do this on Tuesday. I'm going to do it like I did. Remember the other time I did a live stream when there was the other debate. I want to do a live stream also. Like, have it in the background. I will not talk much. But if you guys want to watch with me, I'll be, public for everyone. Because it's fun. I thought it was fun last time, honestly, to watch with you guys. I think it's gonna be the best movie of all time. I don't know, because I think honestly, Waltz is a genius. He's a really funny person. And so it's gonna be at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Today's Friday, right? So next week, October 1st. So I'm very excited. Don't you think I'm so excited about it. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Now, all right. So okay, where is it? Okay. So now this is like, onto the slightly heavier topics. Okay. So Ukraine discovers Starlink is a satellite from SpaceX, one of Elon Musk's companies, right? So Ukraine discovers Starlink on downed Russian Shahed drone report. So it's kind of like, wow, guys, Elon Musk, come on. We know that he loves Putin. Oh, look at this. Russia has installed Starlink terminals in Iranian designed drones. So we know, guys, I honestly, seriously, I do not get why the Department of Defense has contracts with SpaceX. The guy works for Russia. Like how much, like usually, right? They're pretty good about this stuff. Like look at what he's doing. He's allowing them, all right? Hello. Okay, so what's going on? So I want to know what is the truth here. Okay, is so okay, and you know what? Maybe this to parallel this, I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm just gonna stop share something because I can connect this to something else that the monstrosity called Cybertruck that Elon Musk makes. So apparently he gave the Kadyrov. Okay, so okay. So this is just okay. Oh my God, this is not letting me. So that we just see the headline really in the guy's face. No, hold on. Okay, so I like I said, I had just shared before the piece of news that Ukraine found that Starlink terminals inside the drones. And so there's a warlord, I guess. Is a warlord? The name is the head of Chechnya. This is after, so there were rebels in Chechnya, and then Putin killed them. This is like early aughts, and then and this guy took over. So this guy, he had bragged before that he has a Cybertruck, right? And then that Musk gave him a Cybertruck. That in alone, right? It's not a kind of rivalry, but so then a week ago he posts uh that Tesla remotely disable his Cybertruck. So we know that it's like a crap car. There he is in a Cybertruck. But I'm interested. So was it because maybe the US government was like, you have to disable, you have to, or what happened here? Right? Because on the one hand, Russia, they found the terminals, now has a Cybertruck. So what's the story? What is the story here with Elon Musk and this Kadyrov Cybertruck? What happened? Wow, I see. Weird. Okay, I see that the Musk, the hands are tied. His hands are tied, and that like almost like torture. But the government is making him. It's like putting little like wires on his hands, and like you have to press block. They're like, we're not gonna go ahead with you until you do this. You can't. And it was like, okay, okay. And then he doesn't want to do it, but he has to do it. So it's saying it's because of sanctions, because otherwise we would indict you for this. Okay, okay. And saying that's right. And he gave a lot of cards to the government officials of Russia and includes this guy. Now let's go back to here, this story of the Ukraine drone, like the Starlink found in. So tell me about the Starlink terminals found in the drones from Russia. So it's telling me that there was a story a while back that apparently Russia is getting these Starlink terminals through a fake company they set up in Latvia. And this is how, and I see that like Elon Musk kind of knows about it, that he just like, he's like, no, we just can't do it directly. But they could buy this off of this other company and then yes, and then use it. And then I get somebody from the Kremlin like calls and is like, you know what, Elon, we helped you out a lot with your, companies, right? We invested in your, now we want you to help us out too. So yes. Now the question is it, yes, it's saying he will be. I don't know exactly when, but he may be indicted. I think it's showing, yes, he will be indicted for helping Putin through, because it's a big crime. When we have sanctions, it's not just that it's a war, really, but there's sanction against persons of a country or of government officials if you help them illegally, right? Like you send them money or whatever. And that's what it's saying. That's what it is here. You help in their war efforts. Then, especially if you're a defense guys, Starlink has billions of dollars, I think, in contract with the US government. Then how the hell do you turn around and then you help, you know what I mean, in Russia? Like that's just so disrespectful, like to say the least, right? It's just awful. So that's what I get, that in the end he's gonna have to pay. He will have to pay for. Okay, so all right. Now, now let's go, guys. This news of Lebanon is really kind of scary. And okay, so the thing is, I just one of the things I mentioned is that I had seen, I think I made it public, right? Was one of those that I mentioned. I was having these like, I guess visions, but it was mostly like a feeling that uh that had to do with the Middle East. And then I think Bibi leaving by the end of this like Sunday. And then I thought that I even said Nasrallah, something could happen to Nasrallah. And there you go. Today we have the news that some of them, like some people from the Israeli side, are saying they killed Nasrallah. And Nasrallah is the head of Hezbollah, and Hezbollah is supported by Iran. But it would be a huge thing if that turns out to be true. I was listening to the news site Al Jazeera, and they said that there's the Hezbollah side is saying that he was not killed, and the Israelis are saying he was killed. So we don't know yet. But the point is that so they're now Israel's bombing this neighborhood, I guess, or suburb, or not suburb, or like a district of Beirut, or like uh an area of a huge residential neighborhood that is a Hezbollah's stronghold in Beirut. So it's a like you don't bomb, like imagine you just go to like bomb a random country. Granted, Hezbollah is sending missiles to Israel, but it's a huge escalation, essentially, right? And it's also that, you know, guys, it's crazy. Like Netanyahu, first he did that to God, like there was this mess in Gaza, and then he turns around, oh, let's go to Lebanon. And the sad, you know, I think I just it's just wrong. I think the way the US has let him do anything he wants. And he has this arrogance because he knows that it's almost like the US thinks it's not that he effectively he's untouchable, right? Have you noticed? Like no matter what he does, oh, it's like, oh no, but he said it's like they believe, you know, the whole thing with the hostages, like, oh no, no, but he said he was gonna, he always like he says one thing, he does another. He's just not somebody you could trust. And the US keeps giving him the benefit of the, don't you think? I think it's very wrong. We keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. And now he's going to Lebanon. But this is the thing I'm getting, and say you're right, like that. I am getting that this administration is really upset at what is happening, and the entire world is really like troubled by the idea that Israel wants to invade like it did in 19. And by the way, when Israel invaded Lebanon in 1982, who was doing, you know, as you know, my favorite subjects, the Lebanese Civil War. But it lost. Like it had to, like it was a really humiliating defeat. And Hezbollah barely didn't exist until Israel invaded Lebanon. So if you compare the Hezbollah of today and the Hezbollah of the 1982, whatever that was, it's a powerhouse. And Lebanon is in a really, really terrible economic situation, which means that they have basically unlimited numbers of young people who would be willing to fight, right? So it's a terrible, like, it's a really bad idea. I think that Bibi is going to leave very soon. He's going to be pushed out because Israel has a limited, it can, I'm sorry, but it can't compete with the numbers of like young people who could be soldiers, right? And I think that on the Lebanese side, they're very motivated, and the Israeli side, they're not, right? The army is demoralized because this war has been going on for too long and they haven't gotten the hostages because Netanyahu chose not to do that. So anyway, so what is happening in Lebanon is there going to be a ground invasion? And what's happening to Bibi, and what's Biden doing about this? Biden's like, no, 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 no. But BB is he loves it, especially with the pager explosions. Yeah, I see that he's like, he's like this, like, oh, look at me, I'm so big. And then he falls into a hole. He falls into a hole. Aha, boom, that's it. And then we have it saying, because I see that the establishment, especially the military in Israel, is like, we can't win. We cannot win a ground war in Lebanon. It's not how it, I can't even like when you think about it. And none of the Arab, nobody wants this. So, but will Bibi be able to be, will he? So they're going to have a new government. Yes. Because this is, and I see the country of Israel in general, I see the large majority of it is afraid of the ground invasion, or like they could, even though it's saying, I know that there's people who support it, but a ground invasion in Lebanon is too dangerous. It's not winnable, really. It is not winnable. So what happens? I see that saying the happiness of Bibi will be short-lived. And then I see he's being kicked out. So it's saying it will shock everyone, but it's going to happen, okay? All right. So, okay, let's see if we have questions. Do we have questions? That's right. So it's saying, so guys, the thing about Israel is like, yeah, it's by the end this time I really think, right, Kamala is like, right, Kamala is, I agree with the same. I think Kamala's like, oh, because guys, this is what I don't understand about Bibi. Like, the guy lies constantly. His whole career has been like this. Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. He never does it. He does whatever he wants. Bibi does whatever he wants. Hello, that's what he does. So you're gonna let him just keep going. You have to cut. Oh, and they're like, oh, I see. Oh, and I say, oh no, but we don't want to. We want to. Yeah, they are allies. They are our allies. Okay. Oh, oh no, but it's like they're laughing at you. And Bibi laughs at Biden. Let's get real. Bibi laughs at Biden. He doesn't care. And we keep. Oh, but like it's so embarrassing. Ha ha. Consequences. Right. So that, guys, I do think that within, but I have to say, I always did think that he was going to be removed this day or that, but he keeps going. But I do think now there's a really strong chance because the rational people of Israel know that regardless of your political position over there, it's not a winnable war. Like, and guys, I've told you, I've read books about Hezbollah. Their mind game is serious. It's very religious. Everybody's who was basically pretty much, the strength of Hezbollah is the Shiite association that comes from Iran, but also those, that where the Houthis are, also they're also Shiite. So it's considered sort of like a whole, it's not the same as, most people think is like, what is it? The other one, ISIS. No, not at all. It's much more disciplined. It's a real military operation. So it is not like that. It is not like that. It's not a situation that is so easily winnable, right? So no, it's not. They cannot win, and they're gonna sacrifice all these kids, Israeli kids, right? Exactly. Constance Samar as well. Bibi's strategy seems to bomb where he wants and then give some excuse, right? Like, yeah, I was thinking it's like, oh, Gaza, oh yeah, Gaza. And then, okay, so there's a vintage cartoon called Mr. Magoo. Do you remember Mr. Magoo? He was this blind guy who couldn't see anything. He's like, oh yeah, there's right there. And then he turns around. He's like, oh, over there, over there. But he knows, obviously, it's Lebanon. It's not, he doesn't know where he's going. But that's what it feels like. One day it was here and then turn around. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. Oh yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, no. No, but they, like, okay, it's kind of like stop the guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you want to know, it's like you know, guys, Mr. Magoo, remember it was cute when cartoons were funny, Mr. Magoo? Do you remember him? I love Mr. Magoo. He was always confused about things and he misunderstood everything and so he's like, yeah. But at least Mr. Magoo was nice. Mr. Magoo was funny. He wasn't trying to kill people. He never was. He's like, young man, oh, young man, this is swell. I was a big dancer when I was your age, young man. It's like there's some episodes on the internet about Mr. Magoo. Wow. So, but again, guys, I do think the whole thing with these wars would be is because he wants to stay in power, just like Trump. He's afraid to go to prison. I think what's going to happen is that he's going to be forced by the cabinet there, whatever it is, to resign, and then they are going to give him some sort of immunity from prosecution because I think it's too dangerous. He's too dangerous. Don't you think he's too dangerous for everybody? As long as he's around, he creates, and everybody has to pay the price. He's so dangerous because we all have to pay the price for this, for his like, whatever campaigns. Because one day, imagine like the guy, one day you wake up, that's what it feels like. I understand that indeed uh that Hezbollah does send rockets, yes, but the way they go to the middle of the country and just get rid of some buildings. It's kind of bold, don't you think? It's kind of like, wow, dude, really? And then he has the cover because that's the problem. It's like we're too nice. We have, and I see Kamala is like, I see that Kamala may have called and they'd be like, bitch, sit your ass down. It's gonna end, right? You know that, right? Oh, and I see that Bibi knows he's afraid that Kamala's gonna be, I think he thinks that Kamala could be president, yes. And the party's gonna be over when she comes around. She's not gonna play. She's not playing now. She's not gonna play then. So, but it's saying I think that Kamala is not gonna have to deal with Bibi because he'll be gone by the time she wins. Okay. All right. So, all right. So that's right. That's right. Bibi is like, and and you have to remember he kills. Why? It's not just that he loves to kill. It's like, oh, I need to stay in power. So let me find a war here. Is there a war? Can you think of a war I could do? I think I need a war. What about over there? What about over there? Oh, well, let's get started. Okay. Right, that's what it feels like. Right? So, oh yeah, no, no, no. And it's like so, but I see that his downfall is imminent and it's not gonna end well for him. So, I see he'll be shocked. He'll be shocked. Okay, so anyway, so all right. Okay, guys. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna go, but I think I covered everything, right? Did I cover everything? I thought I did. Let's see if there's anything else I didn't talk about. Oh, there's only one thing. Okay, well, just the last thing. Just this is it's the good news. Okay, so remember how there was somebody in a robocal caller, and this is the dangers of AI, right? So somebody used AI or organization or person, I don't know exactly. They used AI to fake Biden and to fake Biden's voice and to then call voters. Okay, let's see here. So okay, hold on. The FCC gave $6 million fine against robocallers. So the perpetrator behind thousands of robocalls that mimic President Biden's voice. Look at how bad. Kramer made the calls using artificial intelligence voice cloning technology and ID caller spoofing to New Hampshire voters earlier this year, encouraging them to sit out the state's presidential election. How harmful it is. Um, let me clear. You flood our phones with this junk, we'll find you and you will pay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh wow, look, and guys, remember the Dean Phillips? Like what a creep that guy was? What a plant. That's right. So Kramer, who worked for Biden's Democratic, and by the way, Dean Phillips is like Andrew Yang. He's a Republican person paid by tech people. So also faces here it is. Kramer, who worked for Phillips, also faces state election interference charges. The FCC first floated a fine against Kramer in May, but the agency noted that he never responded. Oh, really? Kramer is required to pay the fine within 30 days, or else he'll be referred to the U.S. Department of Justice for collection. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I feel like he should expose, and it's kind of because one of the guys, the biggest backer of Dean Phillips was Sam Altman, the guy behind OpenAI. By the way, OpenAI is having trouble. A lot of people are quitting. So it's kind of like you should go after him, don't you think? Because who has I just this is my thing. Who has provided the technology, right? It's like this guy didn't come. I don't think he was the one who's like, oh, let's create the voice. Somebody, I just see a tech person telling, oh, we can actually create his voice. And right. So, but he's going to take the fall for it. So, okay. So is there going to be more of this? Because I'm worried about it, the election. So yes, but it's saying that there's a task force and they're prosecuting, they're stopping these things early. So, okay. Okay, so it's saying, and we have to have these fines and the guy's going to go bankrupt. Thank God for this, right? Oh, but I see he's going to be forced to testify against the other people. So it's good. Okay. But can you believe it? Like how bad it is, right? Can you believe how bad, right? So the question, how will how will Walz do in the debate? No, I think it's going to be hilarious. A lot of memes. I think also the remarkable thing is like how because guys, it's not obviously enjoyed the debate with Kamala, but I think Waltz is just it's like that's his natural gift, right? He's just funny, he's relatable, and and I think guys, you know, what's his name? JD Vance is just so horrible, unlikable, and fake. And what I see is really this escalation of JD Vance, and then you see his true colors, right? And we know he's fake, but then you find he's gonna remove the mask and he's gonna show the mean person that he really is and the angry guy he is. Okay, so okay, all right. So it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm gonna have the live stream, so that'll be fun. We watch together. Okay. All right. So have a great night, and have a great weekend. Okay. See you Monday. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.